Woke up this morning, I was feeling kinda down. The room was real quiet, there was no one else around. I spun an old LP down on the stereo, cranked it up and blew it out and really let it go. Now I'm rockin', rockin', rockin' my life away. Prancing, dancing, leading myself astray. Yeah, too old to give it up and too young to behave. Rockin' to the grave, squandering my dreams till there's nothing left to save. Rockin' to the grave. I don't know what happened. I think I lost my way. I started out believing I was here to play. Now the road is long, the toll was steep, I could barely meet the fare. But how distress and striving ever get me anywhere? So I'm rockin', back rockin', rockin' my life away. Prancing, dancing, leading myself astray. Yeah, I started blazing trails, now the road I'm on is paved. Rockin' to the grave. So is the price of freedom that I end up like a slave? Rockin' to the grave. I know this question's all too weird for me. Just a guy trying to change his life, one step at a time, right into a brick wall. So weird. So I'm lounging on this old pier and I'm looking out to the sea, avoiding things I ought to do while dreaming how life ought to be. Some say I gotta let it go, grow up and just behave. Rockin' to the grave. But look, the surf is up, I think I'll catch another wave. Rockin' to the grave. Yeah, look, the surf is up, it's time to catch another wave. Rockin' to the grave. Yeah, step back to the edge. Hang ten. Thank you. Thank you. Well, being retired, I can now afford to be a musician. It really shouldn't be a joke, but there are those braver than I, the singer-songwriter road warriors who are out there 24/7, living from hand to mouth, town to town, just try to inspire the world to be a little better place, one song at a time. So I wrote this anthem for them. I don't want to be no rock and roll star, just glad to play this old guitar and sing my songs to a crowd of three, sitting and strumming in the back end of this bar. Now one's half drunk, one's deaf and lame, and the one in front knows me by name. They pulled their change, bought me a beer. So what's a guy like me need rock and roll fame? I'm living the dream, dreaming the life, and you know that it has brought me this far. Living on tips, but my mortgage is paid. I live like a king in the backseat of my car, writing my life, singing my songs, bearing my soul here all night long. Hope to connect, hope that I touch someone. 'Cause when tomorrow dawns, I will be gone. I'm living the dream, dreaming the life, and you know that it has brought me this far. Living on tips, but my mortgage is paid in full. I'm living like the king in the backseat of my car. I guess I don't want to be no rock and roll star, just glad to play this old guitar and sing my songs to a crowd of three, sitting and a strumming in the back end of this bar. I'm happy to be this crowd of three kind souls, just a listening to my songs in the back end of this bar. Thank you. So the journey continues. Way before computers, a few lifetimes back, I was a graphic designer. Now everybody is. And I managed to end up in Reno, Nevada. So I got together with a couple of partners and we started a little design shop. And we were specializing in designing high roller invitations for the high roller parties for casinos. And when we started out, we didn't have a lot of money, or at any other point in the venture, but we did manage to find a fairly funky office suite in a kind of rundown old industrial building, but it came with custodial service twice a week. So we were congratulating ourselves on our good luck as we moved in until the janitor showed up. This is all true. Jack, it's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon, he danced his own tune. Now Jack was 6'2", 6'3", easy 250 pounds, maybe 300, half of it in front of him. He had this head like a boulder, and these eyes that never really focused on any one thing at the same time. But Jackie always had something to say, even if he didn't, he'd say it anyway. Talked nonstop, fast and intense, so I don't recall it ever made much sense. Clean all the while, though you never could tell. He'd do it fast, but not too well. He always kept our little pantry clean. He was a leftover cleaning machine. Jack, hungry Jack, it's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon, he danced his own tune. Now Jack was not gonna get ahead, so he thought he'd fall behind instead. Slip and fall every place in town where witnesses were around. But Jack just fell on his own face, never found a lawyer to take the case. Well, they'd hem and haw, say the merits are lacking, do what they could to send old Jack packing. Out Jack, habeas Jack, it's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon, he danced his own tune. Now him and his dog lived in his truck when they would get down on their luck. Times when they was really poor, they'd sack out on our floor. Well, he'd turn the heat to 99 and sleep without covers. Well, he did just fine, but the paint would buckle, roof tiles fried, and the potted plants, they all died. Well, Jack, warming up Jack, it's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon, he danced his own tune. Well, we got too big and we had to leave, a victim of success, I do believe. Jack helped back as best he could and we said goodbye for good. Well, we got moved in and we settled down in an upscale loft in a better part of town. We were climbing the pole and playing the game, but without old Jack it didn't seem the same. Now Jack, it's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon, left his own tune. Now in about a week we got a call. They found Jack face down in the hall. It was a heart attack, I think someone said. Crazy Jack was dead. Well, it hit us hard to hear the news, though. We never thought he'd be much to lose. He mostly drove us nuts, so I can't explain why. we really love that guy. Jack, Jack. It's a one step over and a two steps back. Face and a belly as big as the moon. He lends to his own tune, singing Jack, Jack. It's a one step over, now you won't be back. Face and a belly as big as the moon. Jack, you left too soon. So continuing the journey, somewhere around 40, 45 for most men, there's a time when the conceits of youth begin to fall away. And for me, that's when this song showed up. It's called Ordinary Man. I'm an ordinary man who's about middle age. I've always worked hard to earn an ordinary wage. Had my ups and downs, just like any other man. In short, an ordinary life, built from an ordinary plan. Now everything is changing. Nothing seems secure. My center is shifting. My North Star is drifting. And everything's unsure. I'm not the kind of man who believes in any signs or ever feels the presence of anything divine. But just the other night, I had a dream, or was it true, that an angel came before me, asked what he should do. When my time came and I had to leave, should the gates be opened for an ordinary man? What did I believe? And the angel said, "Son, why should I let you in? What have you accomplished? What works did you begin?" And looking back, I saw just how little I had done. The victories I'd lost, the defeats I had won. Never fought the good fights against suffering and strife. But sometimes on a summer's eve, I'd sat out on my old porch and been grateful for my life. So around that same time, with a little luck and a little grace, you can experience a heart opening. At least I did. I think this next song captures it for me. It's called Little Heart. Be still, little heart, do not tremble. Be still, little heart, do not fear. There's no one in this world you don't resemble. No reason in this world to disappear. All this life you've longed for your ascension, to soar from this facade and be revealed. There's nothing left to lose but apprehension, nothing left to gain by being concealed. There is only one heart in all creation, one heart from which all others beat in time. So open up yourself while life is waiting. Let yourself complete what you've begun. Don't let this moment pass anticipating. There's no perfect world that's yet to come. There's only one heart in all creation, one heart from which all others beat in time. So open up yourself while life is waiting. Let yourself complete what you've begun. Don't let this moment pass anticipating. Open up, embrace all life as one. Of course, our inner growth, inner realizations, inner journeys are inexorably connected to our outer world. And lately, for me, and I think perhaps many of you here, that world has become dark and disturbing. And that's where this song came from. It's a recent song. I wrote it last summer. And to my surprise, as I was writing it, a kind of hopeful imperative began to shine through, which really surprised me because I was not feeling the least bit hopeful at the time. The muse can be very mysterious. So I'd like to share it with you now. And it's called Carry On. Anger falls like iron bars and only hope escapes, and gluttony delights in the innocence it rapes, and a prince comes collecting the promises he breaks. Carry on, carry on. With freedom feasts on broken dreams, foreclosing on its lies, and senators are chained at auction, naked in disguise, and redemption pawns its soul again to buy them alibis. Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. Trudging through despair and darkness after hope is gone. Carry on, carry on. Trust your heart to lead the journey. You will find the dawn. Carry on. When Abraham keeps killing sons and God has left the scene, and men ministers are flown in to debate the ways and means. And Sophia, she is shot on sight, trying to intervene. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Friends have become strangers, and when strangers are your friends, when cruelty preaches honesty and love seeks its revenge, and you come to the beginning just to see it never ends. Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. For a prophet's voice has spoken, a Messiah has been broken, and the Dharma has been awoken. Carry on. So we care for one another, like a sister, like a brother, like a father, like a mother. Carry on. When anger falls like iron bars and only hope escapes, and gluttony delights in the innocence it rapes, and a prince comes collecting for the promises he breaks. Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. Trudging through despair and darkness after hope is gone. Carry on, carry on. Trust your heart to lead the journey. You will find the dawn. Carry on. Yes, trust your heart to lead the journey. You will find the dawn. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Thank you. Well, let's end with a little redemption, shall we? Anyone here know the name Matty Stepanek, the poet? Well, you're in for a treat. Although he had a very difficult, very challenging life. He was born with a rare and debilitating form of muscular dystrophy. Spent most of his short life in a motorized wheelchair, tethered to oxygen, and died in 2004, just shy of his 14th birthday. But in that short life, he managed to write and publish 5 books of poetry, all bestsellers, and they were called heart songs. The premise was that if you want to be happy, you first have to choose to be happy. And then you need to sit very still, very quiet, and listen very deeply, patiently, until you hear your own heart song. And when you do, it will make you very happy. Matty worked out that philosophy by the time he was 6. I'm still working on it. So this goes out for Matty and all of those, the rest of us looking for our heart songs. Wonder and magic, days lost in wandering, dreaming my young life away, singing my heart songs, the forest of dandelions as waves bring the ocean to play. Miracles everywhere encircling me, keeping my sadness at bay, as the light in my eyes chases the darkness away. It's okay. No one is ever alone in this lonely world, though often it seems to be so. Sadness and heartache still follow me everywhere, the same heartache that we all know. Under our sadness we all are the same, one heart that we each disguise. But the love in that heart's like a sun coming up through your eyes. Let it rise. Why live in any place other than here and now? Why think what's fleeting is real? Why think that being alone in this lonely world is worth all the pain that you feel? Finding your heart song has never been easy. Don't lose yourself in the fight. Without all the darkness, you never would seek out the light. It's all right. Finding your heart song has never been easy. Don't lose yourself in the fight. Out all the darkness, you never would find all the light. Very bright. Wonder and magic, days lost in wandering, dreaming our whole lives away. Singing our heart songs, these forests of dandelions, as waves bring the ocean out to play. Miracles everywhere circling us all, keeping our sadness at bay. As the light in our eyes chases the darkness away, we're okay. As the light in our eyes chases the darkness away. It's okay. Let's go play. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy the evening.